Hey guys, Taylor here. I'm doing a quick video for my laptop, so the video might be shaky and the quality's gonna suck. Fair warning. But I do want to talk about the ban list. I know I'm not the first, I definitely probably won't be the last, but this is definitely something that should be touched. I'm gonna go through what I like. I'm gonna go through what I think is good, what I think is bad, which I don't really think anything is bad, but whatever. Um, but if you watch my videos, you know that I play E-Swarms, and E-Swarms weren't hit. They did hit my back row quite a bit, but it just means I have to find new options, and I think I've already found better options now that I don't have to worry about other cards as well. So one of the things I am really glad that they banned are the baby dragons. Okay, the dragon rulers suck. Um, I don't like when I say suck, that means they're good, but I really don't think it takes much skill to play them. It's like one of those things. It only takes money, and honestly, dragon rulers really when your turn takes 5 minutes. And when you have gone through over $200 worth of cards in that 5 minutes in that one turn, your deck's half gone, and there really isn't any amount of skill involved in your deck, you have a problem. End of story. Um, I mean, honestly, anyone who I have a $200 deck. Don't get me wrong, my E-Swarm is a very expensive deck, but I didn't pay $200 for it. I paid maybe combined 150. I traded for a lot of it and all that. And I understand that Dragon Rulers probably did the same thing. But the thing about Dragon Rulers compared to E-Swarms is that every card in the Dragon Ruler card, with the exception of the babies and maybe the spells and traps, most of the cards are $15 plus. And let's not even get into the extra deck. I mean, Dragon Rulers 2 or 3 Dracos, Big Eye. Really? I mean, I want to make a Mecha Mana Beast deck, and yes, my extra deck is going to be expensive. Holy cow. But my core deck is going to be relatively cheap. So, I mean, it kind of evens out. But Dragon Rulers, I don't think they take much skill to play at all. They were too good. No doubt about it, they were too good. And I'm really glad that the babies are gone. I mean, I can deal, like, if you can find a way to incorporate just the big guys, go for it. That takes a little bit more skill. In fact, I really want to see it happen, but when you have the babies in the picture, the deck's just pointless and skillless. They hit Stratos. I really am not a fan of Element Hero, but I do know a lot of people are mad about that, so whatever. I don't really see the big deal, but I don't play Stratos. Number 16, well, I was looking at getting at it, not anymore. Card Destruction, whatever. Gateway the 6. I used to like 6 Samurais, but I think Fire Kings are better anyway, or even E-Swarms to a point. So I'm not worried about Gateway. I don't like how people just complain about things. Gateway really wasn't that bad of a card, if you think about it. Ophion, yeah, you don't have to worry about Synchros. You don't have to worry about Shogun. Yeah, sure, Gateway, they can up their attack, but in all reality, we had Mirror Force, we had Bottomless, we had Torrential, we had Pandemic. As far as Evil Swarms go, it wasn't a problem at all. As far as Fire Kings go, even without Yaksha, Gateway, big deal. I'll to Tribute and then activate Big Garanix if you have any backups. People who just play decks that can't adjust, that's your problem. Yeah, I'm kind of a bit of a stooge when it comes to this. Heavy Storm, thank God. That was the one card that always pissed me off with Evil Swarm. Like, I have a full back row because I'm playing E-Swarm. It's kind of how I have to play, and you Heavy Storm. I hated that. So yeah, thank God. What else? Monster Reborn? Whatever. It just means that everyone's gonna play Call of the Haunted instead. That's smart. Pot of Avarice. I was actually thinking about running that. Now I'm definitely not going to. I can see why they banned that. Spellbook of Judgment. I understand. Spellbooks. I don't want those broken. I do think it takes a bit more skill than Dragon Rulers, but still. I'm glad that Spellbook's kind of out of the picture. I want to see my E-Swarms get new life. Super Rejuvenation, I'm honestly, and call me stupid, but I've never gone against it, so I don't know. Solemn Judgment, I really don't think it's ban-worthy. I think Limited was enough, but okay, I'll work with this. Ultimate Offering doesn't hurt me. I understand that some people it's going to hurt, so whatever. Dragoons, well, I'm not making that Atlantean deck anymore, I can tell you guys that. Spirit, good, because I liked Fire Fist before everyone else. Like when Cosmo Blazer came out, and I just got reintroduced into Yu-Gi-Oh, and I liked Fire Fist when it was just the stupid Cosmo Blazer cards, and I didn't run any of the foils because I didn't have any. I had the worst luck with Cosmo packs. So I was running mainly common Fire Fist with the exception of one snake. I didn't have any of the synchros. I only had the rank 3 XE, which is pointless when you're only using the Cosmo card. So it was, yeah. But now that I got rid of all my Fire Fists, and I'm not gonna go back to them because I already tried them. And granted, I had all the crap cards, but even still, now everyone's gonna do it. It's gonna be like what everyone's doing. Oh my god! So I'll pass on that. I'm a hipster, I guess, if you want to say. And no, but I am glad to see Spirits hit because I did notice with all these new cards coming out, the Spirit got a lot better. And yeah, Spirit being limited, good. Diva was limited. Yeah, like I said, my Atlantean deck, I'm not making that anymore. Gen X Ally Birdman, I honestly don't know what it does, so, okay. Rabbit, kind of ticks me off, but it also opened up new options for my E-Swarm, so instead of running 2 rabbits, I'm running 1, and I'm running 3 Heliotropes, meaning I'll be a little bit more, I'll think myself a little bit better playing Heliotrope now. Thunder King, I never played it, I never really went against it, but I can understand why they did that. DeLorean, Tiger King, the Ice Barrier, okay. Eva Gishki, Mindagus, I'm gonna make a Gishki deck eventually, but it's not gonna be turned illegal because they keep freaking limiting the rituals, so what's the point? So, yeah, I don't understand what the big deal is. I mean, again, Eva Gishki is easy to get around. Just do freaking E-Swarms. Constellar M7, that sucks, but not my problem. D-Fissure, okay, I can understand that. Gold Sarcophagus, yeah, that card's kind of jacked up sometimes. Royal Tribute, okay. Bottomless, well, there went part of my back row, but okay, I can see what they're doing here. Compulse, thank God. Eradicator, honestly, I mean, I've used this card myself on DN. I've never gone against it in real life, though, but I do know that card is just terrible, so yeah, go for it. Macrocosmos, okay. I can work with that. Soul Drain, alright. Torrential being limited, well, that sucks for my Fire Kings, but okay, whatever, I can do other things. Mizuki and Plague Spreader being semi. Zombie decks might come back. I kind of hope so. They're kind of a cool little thing. I don't do so well with it, but it is kind of a nice deck. TG Striker, maybe Synchros are coming back. Tenki being limited, semi-limited, okay, good. Good for me. I'm running 2 Tenkis in my Fire Kings to get Yaksha, but other than that, I have no use for him. And honestly, Tenki, when I was playing Fire Fist, yeah, Tenki was what made the deck. I mean, without Tenki, you didn't do anything. So, it being semi-limited, it's gonna slow down Fire Fist a little bit. In D-Prison, I was gonna buy 3. Now I'm glad I didn't, because now it's semi. So, 2 it is. So I'm gonna go buy 2. Now, what's not on the list? D-Hero Malicious, whatever. Don't care. Agent of Mystery, Earth. My brother's going to have a little bit more fun with having 3 Earths now, so that's cool. Honestly, I don't know what Tsukayumi does. Remember, I'm a newer gen player, and a really old gen, so everything in the middle, I don't know. A Hero Lives, whatever. Black Whirlwind, isn't that something to do with Black Wings? Synchros? Not my era. Emergency Call, I don't think it was worth being semi-limited, but whatever. Heradic Seal of Convocation, okay. Pot of Duality, in all reality, nope. Poet didn't know it. In all reality, though, Duality is a terrible card, so being semi-limited, whatever. Yeah, sure, you get to see 3 cards and pick one. You can't special summon, which stops most of the New Age decks, and you can't. I don't know. I don't see that. And Scapegoat, you want to play Scapegoat, go for it. Lock up your own field. You know what? In fact, if you play Scapegoat, I won't touch you. I'll make it to where you can't summon. So yeah, go ahead, play 3 Scapegoats. See how far you get. You know, I'm kind of glad. At first I wasn't too sure about this, but I am gonna come and embrace this ban list. Because now I don't have to worry so much about I'm thinking strictly me, oh great, now my deck's not as good. And then I come to the realization that all these decks are running the same back row. So all the decks are not this good. So now instead of having to worry about 3 bottomless, I only have to worry about 1, and I can just run Dark Bribe and get rid of anything else in my way. So, pretty cool. Dark Bribe plus, now that I can run Dark Bribe efficiently and comfortably, I don't have to rely so much on Pandemic. which is good for my E-Swarms. Fire Kings, you want to destroy my monsters, go for it. I don't care. In fact, he'll be helping me. So yeah. I'm coming to embrace this ban list. I'm kind of curious to see what they do in the next one, though, because something tells me they're going to hit E-Swarms hard, because I have a feeling they're about to get some new life, and Fire Fists are either going to get hit, or they're going to keep them in it on purpose, because Fire Fist is one of those things, like, I saw that they were going to be good, but I just didn't have the patience or the money to keep up with it, and I wanted to do E-Swarms more anyway, so, whatever. And now that Yaksha's out, I redid my Fire King deck, and it's a lot better now, so, you do what you gotta do. But yeah, I've come to embrace it. I do think this is probably for the better. I'm kind of interested to see what happens in my locals, see how people start playing there. Just, people and all of that. Yeah. Honestly, there is one card on the ban list. I mean, it's been on here forever. 1,000 Ivy's Restrict. It's just unban it. It's really not that good of a card. Okay. Now, before I go, I do want to talk about something for all you complainers out there. Ophion's too good. No, Ophion sucks. In all reality, Ophion's not that hard to get around. He definitely is a lot harder now that Compulse is at 1. But he's still not that hard to get rid of. He really isn't. Run Ouroboros. And you can get rid of Ophion. It's really that simple. Or I understand Ouroboros is 3, but there are lots of cards to do it. Freaking run Gem Knight Pearl. Pearl beats down Ophion. I mean, yeah, 50 attack, that's all you need. And he doesn't have an effect, so you can't Fiendish Chain Pearl. You can't necessarily stop Pearl. So, yeah, if you have a problem with Ophion, just do Pearl. And there are a million cards out there that gets rid of Ophion. And I'm sorry, but if you're running a deck that focuses on special summoning a high-level monster, and you can't go around that, your deck isn't very well thought out. I understand. I really like to do one route, but I do have ways to go around things. Yeah, sure. You got over my Ophion. Okay, here's my Bahamut. I'm gonna take whatever you just destroyed it with, because I'm gonna want that. So you have to have a way around things. So don't complain about Ophion being too good. Now I complain about Dragon Rulers as a whole being good. I don't say a certain one. I don't go like, oh, Burner's the best, or oh, whatever, Inferno's the best. No, I just think the baby dragons made the deck stupid. I do think that Yu-Gi-Oh! Should acquire some type of skill. And when you are running E-Dragons and you're just, double Draco, whatever, you're not playing with any skill. What's the point? So yeah, I have no problems with that. If you're gonna complain about certain cards, I'm gonna go back a bit in the meta and say Judgment Dragon. Oh, that card's too good. That card wins games. Yes and no. You could always trap hole it of any trap hole. You could always do all these different little things. And I understand that there's always ways to stop those, but it's not like to where you need to complain about it and then get a ban. Ophion really shouldn't stay banned, because Ophion really shouldn't be banned or even limited in any way, because it's what makes Evil Swarms doable. If you got rid of Ophion, you really did stop a lot of plays. And even, I understand if it was semi-limited, a lot of it wouldn't change. I enjoy 3 just so I can abuse, so I don't feel so bad about using his effect twice. But still, if you really, and a lot of you guys do think that if you were to stop Ophion, you'd stop E-Swarms. No, you want to stop E-Swarms, hit Curry, hit Castor. That's what I do. Another deck, Constellars, they hit M7s, not complaining. I honestly don't think that's going to do much for Constellars, but whatever. People, if you complain about a certain card being too good, they made that card for a reason, and almost every card, almost every deck has a way around it. E-Dragons, not really. They did, but they didn't. And especially, I went against E-Dragons countless times, and I had an E-Swarm deck. I should have stopped them, because I could always first turn Ophion. I know they would always get around it, because E-Dragons just could find a way. You want to keep talking about it? Spellbooks? What the heck? Yeah, sure, you could Dark Private. They could go around it so easily. Especially with Judgment, so I'm glad Judgment is gone. And it's just, you guys understand what I'm saying, though. Don't complain about a card being too good, because in all reality, every card has a way around it, and if it doesn't, they're gonna ban it. and they banned a lot. And if they didn't ban a lot, they limited and yeah, they hit this list hard. And I'm glad. I'm actually really glad. So, yeah. But don't complain about cards being too good. It actually kind of is a little bit aggravating how little thought people put into the game, when really it's supposed to be a game of thought. It's supposed to make you think. And if you're not thinking when you're playing, ain't much of a reason to be playing at all. There you guys go. I do think that this ban list will bring some nice things for other decks that haven't really had any say in the meta. Like I said, I do think Fire Kings are going to get a little bit of a boost. I think they're going to do a little bit better for a while. Do I think they're going to top? No. Fire Kings aren't all that good, I guess, when you compare them to E-Swarms. E-Swarms beats a lot of decks. A lot of decks beat E-Swarms. Fire Kings, Big Garanix, E-Swarm, forget it. You can't run it. Your best option, your best chance, I guess, is, and I found a way to go around Ophion with Fire Kings, it's just to use Fencing Fire Ferret from Judgment of Light. But even still, that's not always going to work, because negating effects and all that. So, but yeah, I don't think they're going to top. I don't think they're going to be a tier 1, but I do think that they're going to be up there. I do think they're going to get some of the respect they deserve, especially now that Yaksha's out. And Wolfberg is technically out, so you guys can have fun with that. I actually pulled one, but I sold it because it's just not that good, I'd rather get the money than play a deck than play one card. What others? What else is gonna have? I do think agents are gonna have a bit of a comeback, but I don't think they're gonna stick around very long. Synchros, it's obvious to try to bring synchros back into the game, so that's probably gonna be a thing sooner or later. And then I do think E-Swarms are going to see new life now that we don't have to worry about the stupid E-Dragons or Spellbooks anymore. I do think Spellbooks will stick around, but they're not going to be, the always winning deck, so I'm glad. Mermails, they took a hit, I'm glad. Mermails, it's one of those decks that it takes 5 minutes per turn, but at least there's some thinking involved to some degree. I understand, I don't think at all when I play my E-Swarms. I know how it works, and honestly, when you know how it works, I think that's when you're at the most danger of messing up. Because you just think you got this, you get too comfortable, and then bam, misplay, and you can't take it back. So yeah, I do think E-Swarms will see new life. I do think Constellars, since now that we don't have to worry about all these other decks, I do think that they'll come out a bit too. I do think Fusion decks might have a possibility of coming back, maybe, kind of, like Gem Knights. Not so much E-Hero. Stratos kind of killed that. I understand that. I understand that Stratos was one of those cards that kind of made the deck, but I do think, my friend runs Gem Knights, I do think they could see some new play. And then I do think that another deck that's going to make a little bit of a splash, I don't know if it's going to stick around though, is Bujin. I do think Bujin's going to do something. The cards they release in Judgment, they're not that good. The only 2 cards of the core deck, I don't know exactly what the XCs do because I haven't pulled them yet. But I do know of all the common cards and the rare cards, the best card that comes, except for Yamato, I don't remember what Yamato does, is the 2 commons Wolf and Warg, and you have to use them together, and all your Bujins are basically invincible. So, yeah, that's the thing. So I'm kind of curious to see what they do with Bujins. I am actually paying a lot of attention to these Trap Tricks cards. I want to see what they do. Because Trap Hole, activate Trap Hole from the hand, that sounds fun. That sounds like a troll factor for the win. What else? I just want to see how these Trap Tricks do. I'll be paying attention to those. I do think that if they come out with enough support for it, or maybe an archetype to coexist with it, I do think it can be a pretty cool concept. Mecha Phantom Beast, I do think that they're going to do something. E-Dragons are down, so all those Draco Sacks have to go somewhere. So I do think... I can't talk. That Mecha Phantom Beasts are going to be coming, showing how they were supposed to be shown before, and played with the right cards instead of their big boss being spread out. So, welcome back. I am currently working on Mecha Phantom Beast slowly, just to see how it goes. And I do think now that Draco Sack is going to be where he's supposed to be, I do think that they'll make a splash as well. So, yeah, there are my views on the ban list. Decks I think are going to make a splash. All that. Taylor Elin signing out. Like, comment, subscribe. Don't get too pissy with me. I understand that I probably would make someone mad with my comments about the cards, but In all fairness, it is a card game and it's supposed to be hard. Get over it. So, Taylor Ealing, have a nice day as usual, guys, or night, or whenever you watch this. Like, comment, subscribe, spread the word. I want to get the channel going, and I would really like to do more videos like this. Maybe not with a crappy camera, but you guys get the point. I'm starting up. So, yeah. Taylor Ealing signing out.